Hi there, I'm Katie for RustiKate. This time around I'm going to be showing you how to take a piece of fabric. In this particular case it's burlap with lace on it, but really you can do anything, napkin, tablecloth, clothing. I'm going to show you how to do an edging on this, and what I'm going to do first is a base layer, so that's what I'll show you in this video, and then the next video that will be linked will actually show you how to do an edging. I'm going to try and do about a 1-inch tatted edging on this. And please subscribe if you haven't done that already, and when you do subscribe, click the little bell next to the subscription button and that'll let you know when new videos are posted. Also, feel free to contact me on Facebook. I'd love to hear from you. That's the RustiKate Facebook page. And feel free to comment, like, and all those things. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get started. Alright, so we're ready to begin, and I just went ahead and threaded the needle, about 12 inches of tail, thread it, and then I'm going to just pick up my burlap. This burlap has been hemmed on the edge, so you could do really any kind of fabric that's going to be able to hold your stitch. I'm just going to go ahead and start right here. I'm going to insert my needle, and I'm just going to be making my base layer of tatting. So insert needle, pull it through for about the amount of thread I want. In this case I'm doing about 2 feet on this side, and then I'm just going to make a knot. Alright, and then I'm going to do 4 double stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 picot, 4 more double stitches. Alright, like that, and just remember that the picot only counts as the loop. The double stitches on both sides are grouped in that double stitch. So 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Loop is the picot, 4 more double stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now we're ready to slide our work off the needle. We're making that chain. This is only going to be chains. So at this point I'm going to go ahead and stick the needle back through, and I'm doing it about 1/4 inch. You can totally measure it if you like to be precise. In this particular case, I've done it so much I kind of just eyeball it at this point. Right, like that. And then I'm going to do my special step, and I'll have a link on the video as well as below the video for the special step. If you have not seen that video, you can go and check it out. And then you're going to go ahead and just do that same thing again, 4 double stitches. One picot. And if at any time this video is moving too slow or too fast for you, they actually have built into the settings in the YouTube player a speed control. So you can totally go in there and slow it down if you need the footage to go very slow, kind of slow, really fast, whatever you need. You should be able to find an adjustment to get it to go the proper speed. And you can totally also feel free to pause this video at any time and then just start it back up when you're ready. Alright, so we did 4 double stitches, picot, 4 double stitches, sliding our work off the needle, forming it into that crescent shape, and then attaching it again about 1/4 inch. Or not 1/4, about 1/2 inch. Right, like that. And then the special step, I'm going to go ahead and just do 4 of these. And what you do, you just keep going with this as long as you need. All the way down the sides, around the corner, and there's 2 different placements you can do on the corner. You can actually position it so that the crescent chains stop right there and then start again on the other side, or you can have it kind of arch around the corner. And that's completely up to you preference wise on the design that you're doing. You just kind of need to count for that when you're going around your surface, so you're prepared when you get to that corner. So you can make sure and do all your corners the same. So I'm just doing 4 double stitches. Burlap's kind of fibrous, so we get some fibery strings hanging off. There we go. Alright, 4 double stitches and then picot. just here. Finish up 4 double stitches, slide our work off, attach it right in like that. And each time I do this, I'm actually making a bit of a knot. You can see me make the knot right there in that loop, and that's going to secure it to the fabric. Special step. And then for this video, I'm just going to do one more, and then we'll be done. You can see what that looks like. I'll try and do a close-up for this last one in case I've been moving too fast or not showing enough detail. So we did our special step. Now we're going to just do 4 double stitches. And then a picot, and then 4 double stitches. Right, like that. We're going to slide it off our needle, like that. Attach it to our fabric, again about a 1/2 inch down from the back to the front. Pull it tight into crescent shape, and then we're going to make that knot. I'll show you what that looks like as it gets closer here. It just looks, I like that. And we pull it tight, right like that, and then we would just do a special step again, and then another chain. And we just continue on for as long as we need. Alright, hope you find that helpful, and I will see you again next time. Alright, so on this one we have a little sample of your base tatting, and this is just a very basic chain, 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 chain that's attached directly to my fabric, in this case the burlap strip with the lace on it, and this was 4 double stitches, 1 picot, 4 double stitches to make each one of those chains. So, and this is just a sample. Normally I would go all the way across and probably on all 4 sides, depending on what my design is. If it was just like a edging for a towel, I might just do the bottom. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you just within these 4 chains how I would create and attach about a 1-inch edging to this. And of course this is just one basic design. There's so many different designs that you could do, but this is just a kind of a basic one that's fun to play with. And if you hear any strange noises, it's actually starting to rain outside, so you can kind of hear it on the roof. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start out by making a ring. It's going to be a ring of 4 double stitches. And then I'm going to actually join it to this picot. And turn it over backwards. Oh, it's hailing outside. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and join it. And I'm going to do 4 more double stitches on the other side. And I'm going to close my ring. Tie a knot, reverse my work. Okay, at this point what we're ready to do is we're going to make a chain, and I'm going to do a chain that is, we're going to say 8 double stitches. Normally I would be starting on the very end, and I'd want a finish edge on this side. So this chain is going to just be a straight 8 double stitches. Okay, I'm going to slide that off. And on this one, because I'm wanting it to actually kind of dangle. I'm not going to tighten it as much. I don't want as much of a crescent shape in this chain. I want it actually to just be very subtle. So I'm going to tie a knot about there. You can really adjust it just by how tight you pull that core thread. Okay? And then I'm ready to make another ring. So at this point I'm not going to reverse my work. I'm just going to leave it as it is, and I'm going to do 4 double stitches. One picot, 4 double stitches, and close my ring. I'm going to tie a knot, and then I'm just going to rotate it. I'm still not reversing my work. I'm just kind of rotating my work around so that it's positioned in a good way, but not reversing it. The chain again. This kind of time I'm going to chain 4. Make a picot, chain 4. And I'm going to take it off of the needle, right like that. And then again, I'm not going to pull it into too much of a crescent shape, just a very subtle crescent shape. Like that, make it about the same length as the other one, tie a knot. Then I'm going to make that next ring, and at this point I reverse my work. Four double stitches. Join to that next picot of that next chain, the original round, and then 4 more double stitches. And then close my work. Alright, now we're ready to reverse our work again. Going to do a special step, and if you haven't done the special step before, I'll have a link on the video as well as below the video. Just going to go ahead and do my special step. And then we're making a chain again, so we're going to do 4 double stitches. And remember, if at any point this is moving too slow or too fast, within the YouTube player there's actually, go to settings, and there's a video speed changer. So you can go in there and you can change the settings of the video to play at whatever speed you need, so you can speed it up or slow it down. So right there I did the 4 double stitches, and then I joined to the free picot of the previous chain, and I'm going to do 4 more double stitches. Right like that, and then slide my work off my needle. Right like that. You can see it's starting to take shape. I'm going to make a little knot. And I'm going to make my next ring, and I don't reverse my work for these ones, I just go ahead and make my ring. So 4 double stitches, 1 picot, 4 double stitches, close my ring, tie a knot, make my next chain, and I'm just kind of rotating my work around, not reversing, just rotating. Make my next chain, which is going to be 4 double stitches. One picot, 4 double stitches. And then reverse it after this. So right now we're just going to slide our work off the needle. Adjust it to the same width, adjust it to the same length, like that. Make a knot. And then that's when we reverse our work. We're going to make one more ring, 4 double stitches. Attach to that free picot of the previous round, or join. 4 more double stitches. And then we're going to close our ring. Knot it and adjust. I'm going to reverse my work. Okay, and then at this point I'm going to stop here, but I'm going to tell you how I would continue. So at this point what you do is you would do your special step again, and then you do your chain, 4 double stitches, join to this picot, 4 double stitches, and then a ring again, chain, same as this, and then reverse your work and then ring. So we're just going to keep repeating just as we did here, and when you get to the very final row you're going to do the very last chain is going to be 8 double stitches with no picot, so that on this end you're going to end up with it being finished. Right, like that. And this will look so much better once it's ironed. Once it's done and it's ironed, it's going to look really good. And it should hang pretty well. If you pick the right weight of thread, it's going to hang pretty good, and you can do beads on the end. It can be really pretty. You can work beads into the tatting instead of picots sometimes if you want, but I usually, if I'm going to do beads, I usually like to do the beads on the end because it kind of weights it and it helps it dangle better. But there you have it. That's a really basic tatted edging, and it's roughly an inch. It's roughly an inch to, it could easily be 1.5 inches depending on your tension. If you're a little bit looser, it could definitely be 1.5 inches. But it's just a great, dangly, really pretty edging. Very simple, moves pretty fast, and it's an easy one to add beads into if you like. So I hope you have fun with that. I will see you again next time.